In May 2022, Gautam Adani bought a majority stake in ACC and Ambuja Cements, and it still holds the title of being the largest acquisition in India's infrastructure and material space ever, in a deal that was worth 10.5 billion US dollars. Now, why did he do this? Well, one reason was that it aligned with Adani's broader strategy of diversifying its industry portfolio. And the second reason was that India's infrastructure sector is expected to grow at nearly 10% annually in the next 5 years, and cement is going to be an integral part of this growth. While India is the second largest producer of cement in the world, its per capita cement consumption is just 250 kg. In comparison, China has a per capita consumption of 1600 kg, which means there is almost a 7x headroom for growth in India. And the final reason, and perhaps the most crucial one, was to maximize his profits by achieving vertical integration in his supply chain. I'll explain how. Adani is known to regularly take up some of the largest infrastructure projects in India, involved in the construction of ports, logistics parks, and special economic zones. And cement is a raw material that is used in every single construction activity. Before the acquisition, the Adani Group had no control over the suppliers from which they were getting this cement. But now that the group itself owns ACC and Ambuja Cements, they control the entire supply chain. And this has multiple advantages, with the first and biggest one being the price. You have to understand here that cement is a product whose price often changes due to market conditions, such as supply and demand, production costs, and economic conditions. And to add to this, the supplier obviously keeps a profit for himself as well. If ACC was manufacturing cement for Rs 100 per bag, it would have supplied it to Adani for at least Rs 115 per bag, right? And this further increased the final price of the cement for Adani. By owning cement manufacturing, Adani can now secure cement at Rs 105 per bag, bypassing the profit of suppliers as well as the fluctuating market conditions. This move can potentially result in significant savings on construction projects, enhancing Adani's competitive edge in bidding for new infrastructure projects. So it's a win-win situation. Adani Group will now get cement cheaper than any of its competitors, while ACC and Ambuja Cements will get a steady source of revenue. The Adani Group itself is going to be the largest customer of their cement business. And there is one company that is going to be affected by this move more than anyone else. And that company is UltraTech Cement. UltraTech is the largest cement manufacturer in India with a 26% market share of the Indian cement market. And if you merge the next two biggest manufacturers, Ambuja and ACC, the total market share of this merged entity is still just 15.6%, way less than UltraTech. But how did UltraTech manage to get into this position of serious market dominance in the first place? Well, the single biggest factor has been acquisitions. UltraTech Cements was born out of a very significant acquisition of L&T Cements by Grasim Industries. Grasim Industries was set up in 1980 as a cement manufacturer under the Aditya Birla Group, a conglomerate that needs no introduction. It sold its cement by the name of Vikram Cement and Rajshri Cement, both of which were popular in the market. On the other hand, L&T Cements was set up in 1983 by the construction giant Larsen & Toubro. It was a part of the group's diversification strategy into the cement sector, as they were a construction company aiming to reap the benefits of vertical integration, similar to Adani, which I explained at the beginning of this video. Over the next 2 decades, both companies scaled at their own pace, until 2004, when L&T decided to sell off its cement business altogether, as it wanted to focus on its core competency of building and construction. This was when the Aditya Birla Group decided to buy off L&T Cements to expand their capacity. Once they had bought L&T Cements, they merged it with Grasim Industries and rebranded all of their cement portfolios into a single new brand named UltraTech Cement. And instantly, UltraTech became one of the biggest cement players in the market with a production capacity of 31 million tons per annum. If you have made it this far, please subscribe to my channel. I promise my content will add value for you. Moving on, but even after the acquisition, UltraTech faced tough competition from ACC and Ambuja Cements, both of which were decades-old players in the market. But UltraTech was determined to move forward, powered by the deep pockets of the Aditya Birla Group. UltraTech continued to expand extremely aggressively over the next 10 years. And with a string of new manufacturing plants across India, they had doubled their capacity to 62 million metric tons per annum. But there was one problem. Manufacturing cement is an extremely resource-intensive process. The main ingredient of cement is limestone, which is sourced directly from mines. Once the limestone is extracted, it is crushed and mixed with other raw materials like gypsum. This mixture is then heated in a kiln at high temperatures, a process that requires a lot of coal or other fuels. And then, this heated semi-finished mixture, also called clinker, is crushed and mixed with additives to get the final product of cement. So any full-fledged cement manufacturing plant needs to be close to a limestone mine, and it also needs to get the necessary environmental permits and licenses. And this entire process of getting a limestone mine from the government, planning the gigantic manufacturing plant, getting regulatory approvals and licenses, finding and acquiring land, and then finally constructing the plant can take anywhere between 3 to 5 years, and in some cases even longer, along with thousands of crores of rupees in capital. UltraTech was having difficulty in scaling as there was a limit to how quickly you could expand your capacity. So it adopted a unique approach instead. It started acquiring already functioning cement plants. In 2014, UltraTech acquired 2 manufacturing units from JP Cements. Then in 2017, they acquired the entire business of JP Cements itself, and in 2018, they acquired the entire cement business of Binani Cements. In 2019, they merged with the cement business of Century Textiles and Industries. And within just 5 years, UltraTech had almost doubled its capacity from 62 metric tons to 116 metric tons per annum. And since then, they have further increased it to 138 million tons per annum as of 2023. But why do I keep mentioning the production capacity and what difference does it make? See, this is how the pricing of cement works. Let's say the MRP of one bag of cement is Rs 350. The cost of manufacturing one bag is roughly Rs 150. The margins typically provided to dealers are around Rs 40 per bag, and the handling and transportation of these cement bags costs another Rs 50 per bag. So out of Rs 350, roughly Rs 110 is the amount that comes in the hands of the manufacturer per bag. This amount is called the EBITDA, or earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization. So the earnings are essentially equal to MRP minus manufacturing cost, transportation cost and retailer margins. Now to increase your earnings, you can either increase the MRP or decrease the retailer margins and manufacturing and transportation costs. But increasing the MRP means that you will lose out on sales because your competitor is selling the same product at a cheaper price. So that is out. And you cannot decrease the retailer margins either because then the retailer will start pushing another brand that offers him a higher margin. So the only way for a cement company to increase its earnings is to decrease the manufacturing and transportation costs. And by having such a gigantic production capacity, UltraTech Cement can decrease both of these costs like no other player in the market. With such large-scale operations, UltraTech has better bargaining power with suppliers. So it can negotiate lower prices for raw materials and fuel, as suppliers are more likely to offer discounts to big buyers who purchase in bulk. Such a large production capacity also means that it has manufacturing units spread across the country. UltraTech has 23 integrated manufacturing units and 29 clinker grinding units, and these are spread all across India. So UltraTech can minimize the distance from its factories to its markets and customers, bringing down transportation costs in the equation. The result is that UltraTech runs an extremely tight ship with high profitability. Before September 2022, when Adani took over ACC and Ambuja Cements, their EBITDA per ton was roughly Rs 350, while the EBITDA per ton for UltraTech was almost 3 times higher at Rs 1050. So UltraTech was manufacturing the same bag of cement and making a profit that was 3 times higher than ACC and Ambuja Cements. Coupled with their innovative and reliable products known for their quality and durability, along with smart and aggressive marketing campaigns, the sheer size of their operation has resulted in UltraTech being the absolute leader in the market. But remember that I said this was before September 2022. Ever since Gautam Adani has taken over ACC and Ambuja and merged them into Adani Cements, they have been experiencing an increase in efficiency and operations like never before. Just to help you understand the gravity of the situation, As of December 2023, in just about 1 year, Adani has managed to increase the EBITDA per ton of ACC and Ambuja Cements from Rs 350 to Rs 1350. Not only has it matched, but it has actually exceeded the EBITDA of UltraTech by a healthy margin. And Gautam Adani says that he plans to take this even higher to Rs 1400 per ton by the end of this year. The long-term plans are even more appealing, as Adani Cement plans to increase its capacity to 120 million tons per year by 2028. So within a span of a few months, the market dynamics have changed entirely. And it would be interesting to see how UltraTech responds to the emergence of this new behemoth in the market. If you made it this far, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with one person who will find value in it. And follow me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description below. Until I see you in the next video, goodbye.